What's up, guys? I'm James from Midwest Protocol, and today we're going to be diving into all of the major changes that are coming to Marvel Crisis Protocol that were announced in the most recent Ministravaganza in November of 2025. All of these rules are immediately in effect and in the rules documents on the Atomic Mass Games website if you want to take a look at them as you go through this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Change number 1, roster building and crisis cards. So previously, players would build a roster with 3 extract crises and 3 secure crises. Now that has been increased to 5 extracts and 5 secure crisis cards. Change number 2, crisis selection. So the process for building the mission has changed fairly significantly. So previously, players would draw 1 crisis card from each player for the chosen missions of the game. So you would, pick my secures and your extracts, draw 1 random, and then that's what you would play. That's all changed, so let's break it down of how that would go. Step 1, the player with priority chooses either their secures or their extracts, shuffles, and draws 2 cards face up. The player without priority then chooses one of those cards. The player without priority then chooses the opposite set of cards from their set, shuffles, and draws 2 cards face up. And then the player with priority chooses one of those cards. So at this point, you would have 1 extract and 1 secure. The player without priority then chooses the maximum threat value from the 2 selected cards. Finally, the player with priority chooses their table edge for their deployment zone, and the player without priority gets the opposite edge for theirs. And now you're ready for deployment. Change number 3, the deployment priority role. So this is a completely new rule for Marvel Crisis Protocol. So previously, players only rolled for priority 1 time, and that set the entire game forward. And now, after deployment has occurred, players will then make another priority roll to see who goes first. Change number 4, throws. So previously, throw damage was always based on the size of the character or the terrain plus 1, and that has changed entirely. Now, damage from throws is set to a flat 3. No matter the size of the character or the terrain, it is always going to be 3. Just so you're aware, a thrown character into another character still only takes a single point of collision damage whenever they are the thrown character. Change number 5, beam and area attacks. Previously, beam and area attacks would deal 1 damage to allies if they were caught in the line of the attack. Now, that's been removed entirely. Allies cannot take damage from beams or area attacks from other allies. Change number 6, passing. Passing now no longer includes grunts since they activate on the same turn as their parent character. So you won't be able to pass if you have 3 characters, including a grunt, and your opponent has 2. You would still effectively only have 2 characters to their 2 characters. Rule number 7, dazed characters. So the rules have also been updated so that dazed characters can be used by the opposing player to score VPs. This only occurs in a few specific situations, but nonetheless, they've cleaned up the rules so this interaction is very clear now and not just a forum ruling. That's it, guys. 7 rules that are now implemented in Marvel Crisis Protocol that were announced at the Ministravaganza event in November of 2025. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you in clearing up any confusion or learning how to implement these rules in your games as well. What rules and changes are you most excited about? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. For me personally, I'm so stoked for the new priority system and the crisis selection. I think that's going to have a massive impact in the game and a lot of turn 0 mechanics, making your roster building so much more unique and different to where you have to be prepared for so much more, which is really exciting. With all that said, guys, I'm James from Midwest Protocol, and thank you so much for hanging out with us as we deep dived into the new rules for Marvel Crisis Protocol that were announced at Ministravaganza in November of 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you saw or you appreciate what we're doing here on the channel, please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, or if you want to talk more MCP, come join us on our Discord and enjoy all the good times that we have over there. Again, thank you so much for watching and being a part of what we are doing here at Midwest Protocol. Now, let's get back to gaming.